Today, the White House is expected to unveil President Biden's plan to reduce crime and gun violence. The, quote, Safer America plan will include a 2023 budget request of $37 billion to support law enforcement and crime prevention. The White House says the plan will help communities hire and train 100,000 additional police officers for accountable community policing, invest nearly $3 billion to help communities clear court backlogs, and take criminals off the streets. It will also impose tougher penalties for fentanyl trafficking. Joining us now, senior advisor to President Biden, Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's the former mayor of Atlanta, Georgia, and knows a thing or two about trying to manage a city that is going through a crisis with policing and members of the community and how to navigate all. So if you could tell us more about the president's, the White House's intentions with this money, especially as it pertains to policing.
I'm so excited that the president has listened to mayors across this country, governors across this country, in rolling out this plan, because we know one of the biggest challenges facing cities right now is this everyday crime problem. And so when we have resources in cities that allow us to hire police officers, properly train police officers, and hold police officers accountable, it's a game changer. But the reality is this: police officers respond to crime. What we have been asking for in cities across America is more funding to help us put in place those crime intervention programs so that we can touch people before they enter into this life of crime. You know, I served as a magistrate judge for many years, and what I saw is that many people coming into the criminal justice system just did not have the tools and access to job training, education, mental health services, substance abuse services. This funding allows cities to put things in place that we know make a difference. And we can also have well-trained officers on our street who want to do right by all of our communities.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing just the opposite of defunding the police, which, of course, Democrats like Jim Clyburn, Nancy Pelosi, others on the Hill have said for several years that it's a nonsense concept that Republicans are pushing on Democrats. You prove that here. I want to talk about something that, as a parent, hearing stories just causes increasing concern, and that is fentanyl. We're reading one story after another story of people dying of fentanyl, taking a pill or taking a recreational drug, a small dose, and dying of that. And of course, it affects all of us. Every community, and the deaths are just skyrocketing. Talk about the tough measures you're taking on the issue of fentanyl, because that is, I mean, it is such a growing crisis for young and old alike.
It is a growing crisis, and what's so frightening, we know that there have been children across America who've come in contact with fentanyl unknowingly, ingested it or touched it, whatever the case may be, and these children have had tragic consequences as a result. So the president is taking a very close look at what is an epidemic across our country. He's making sure that there are the appropriate penalties in place, but again, going back and also making sure that people who are struggling with substance abuse have access to resources. We have the funding in place to make sure that the resources are available. But this is an ongoing crisis in our country. The president is very aware of the fentanyl crisis, and he's going to continue to keep it top of mind as he continues to look at policies that can make a difference in our communities.
All right, senior advisor to President Biden, Keisha Lance Bottoms, thank you very much for being on the show this morning. Let's bring in White House